Nathaniel Carmen from Osceola Creek Middle School.
My first paragraph, I wrote about the gangs that were in my neighborhood and how I grew up seeing them and how they how that made me not want to be involved with that because I saw a lot of the shootings and the fighting and how it affected them. And the second one in the second paragraph I wrote about how the causes could be basically come from broken homes and because they don't get enough support at home. And the third I wrote how that one person can't do everything, but one person can make an impact. As a member of this so-called cool group, I remember feeling ashamed and angry at the pain I had caused this friend of mine. It's not so great being a bully, and it's even worse being the victim of these predators.
Alejandra Gutierrez from Congress Middle School.
Being violent is a learned behavior. If a teenager's parent is abusive or violent, there is a chance the teen will display similar actions. If the parent mentally abuses the child, the teen will eventually develop low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. They might take out this stress on others in the form of violence.
Crystal Ward from Lantana Middle School.
The causes. That could be a long list, but I think it's because kids are trying to fit in. They think it's cool, they think it's going to help them wrong. Wrong. You get locked up, killed, and even hurt.
Lindsay Manginis from Don Estridge High-Tech Middle School.
I suspect that most bullies do not start out viewing themselves for what they really are. Predators craving power and admiration by stealing it from their weaker counterparts. I also didn't realize others would follow suit and gang up on Paul.
Laura Tesler from Woodlands Middle School.
I'm immune to logic or reason, and terrorism is just a game. Have you figured it out by now? Violence is my name.
Megan Adams from Boca Raton Middle School.
What could I possibly do to prevent youth violence? I'm just one person against the world. But that's exactly it. One person can be a huge impact. Now, if that's possible, imagine what all of us could do.
Olivia Gregory from Carver Middle.
If you really want violence to end, don't support it. Asserting of bullies makes you just as responsible if you fail to stop it. We are the ones who decide what's cool, so let's be the ones to make sure violence isn't one of them.
Christina Gambale from Palm Springs Middle School.
I wrote about how I was harassed by a group of girls, and they sent me threatening text messages and voicemails, and they prank called my home, and I started getting migraines and stomach aches every day. I cried myself to sleep most nights because of it, and I wanted to let people know that they weren't alone as well. When the bullying first began, I realized how easily I could be pulled into this drama and how poorly I had chosen my friends. I felt sad and ashamed. My most valuable lesson from this experience has been how to take control of my own life. I learned that nobody can control you unless you give them that control.
Yanan Premdas from Roosevelt Middle School.
If something has happened to you, don't keep it in. Tell somebody. Keeping it in only leads to depression, drugs, and suicide. Talking to someone is the best thing to do. Don't suffer. Fight.
Nafisa Nazir from Carver Middle School.
The most important thing of all that will prevent youth violence is to simply love those around you. Let's not forget, the biggest thing you can do is to love yourself.
Kelvin Castro, Lake Worth Middle School.
What can I do about youth violence? I can speak out to either prevent or stop the violence. I also believe that if I change myself, I can lead as an example and not to judge anyone by their appearance or background that you wouldn't desire for yourself.
Christopher Wright from Tradewinds Middle School.
I walked over to the boy with the bloody nose. I helped him up. He looked to be about 8 or 9. As I looked into his eyes, I saw them start to change. And then I realized that what I was seeing was not everyone's the same. He said, "Thanks." I said, "No problem." And as I walked away, my step noticeably lighter. I believed then that I could do something.
Miles Bertel from Omni Middle School.
I am neither the bully nor the boy. I am the person who is not afraid to stand up, the person who says no to youth violence, the person who won't let another person be harmed.
R.J. Brown from Western Pines Middle School.
I wrote about my time getting bullied in elementary and how I dealt with it when I was having Asperger's. Life itself never ends, nor does the chaos and violence that imposes on it. All we can do is try to slow the process, and we should, if we are, to get what we can from life.
Kathleen Mager from Watson B. Duncan Middle School.
What can I do? I can be kind, and I can boycott violent games and music. I can tell an adult, I can listen. I can't stop it all, but I can try.
We applaud the thoughts, ideas, and feelings of these students We applaud you as well as all of the top 10 students in this room. Students, you may be seated. Please return to your seats. Thank you. From the 210 students in this room, the judges picked the top 3 young men finalists and the top 3 young women finalists. The 2 first-place finalists will be flown to Washington, D.C. this summer for the National Recognition Week in July. And this trip includes one parent as well as their teacher. The national ceremony includes a tour of the Capitol, meetings with government officials in the Congress and the executive branch, educational seminars, and a special banquet hosted by the Kuwaiti Embassy in your honor. And the writings of the 2 ambassadors will be placed in the Library of Congress in the National Book with the other ambassadors from school districts across the country. And now it is my privilege to introduce our next speaker. And I have to say, it's also my privilege to be involved in this project as the local chairman. But this project would not exist in Palm Beach County without Pepe Fanjul and his wife Lourdes. Pepe and Lourdes have been involved in the project every year that it's been in Palm Beach County. Pepe is the executive vice president of Florida Crystals. He was born and raised here in Palm Beach County. He and his wife Lourdes are quietly involved in many, many worthy projects, but we are particularly grateful that they not only financially support Do the Right Thing, they give their time and their talent and their leadership as well. Please welcome Mr. Fanjul.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Bill, for being a great chairman and for really you and your team putting this all together as well as you've done. I know you have a great group of helpers, and we thank you. You've really orchestrated this wonderfully. I'd also like to wish all the mothers in the room a happy Mother's Day. We know it's a lot of work to be a mother, and it really helps to mold whom we are as through having our mother's leadership. I also want to congratulate really all the students who really got up for the challenge, for all of the faculty, for creating the structure and making it possible. All of those experiences which all of you have shared with us today and all of the essays that have put together are very special and very important, and we thank you for that. For Florida Crystals, it's a great privilege to be part of this organization. We feel very much part of this community. As we all know, violence brings nothing good to it. We read about it in the news. We in the paper, we see it in the news, and it just brings so many terrible things to society. So to be able to organize this, to express ourselves, and to be able to talk about it, I think is a great opportunity. So we really feel privileged. We also want to from me, I just want to tell the students it's important in life to find good role models. Find good role models in life, embrace them. Find good friends, ones with good morals, good principles, good study habits. Listen to your teachers, stay in school, and as much as you possibly can. I see all of you get it from everything that we've read in the essays and from what I've heard in the short clips today. Is that if you see the violence, stay away from it, report it, and really just embrace people who bring good things to your lives every day. You will be a happier and more successful person as a result of taking those paths, I promise you. But with that said, now I would like to, like all of the finalists, to come to the front of the room as your name is going to be called and your photo will appear on the screens on the right and the left. The third place finalists are, for the young woman, Candace Arthur of Lake Worth Middle School. For the young men, Robert Brown of Western Pines Middle School. These students will receive a $75 cash prize. The second place finalists are, for the young woman, Cara Speranza of Western Pines Middle School. For the young men, Nathaniel Carmen of Osceola Creek Middle School. These students will receive a $100 cash prize. The Palm Beach County first place ambassadors for the 2011 Do the Right Thing challenges are, for the young women, Christina Gambali of Palm Springs Middle School. For the young men, Jacob Wesson of Bach Middle School of the Arts. Well done. These students will receive a $150 cash prize and a trip to the nation's capital this summer. I want to congratulate all of you and thank you all for your participation. Thank you very much. Thank you.